I wanted to try round 2 of recording this because the first recording was a little bit angry, but now I can be tone neutral but still pissed off. Here's the thing. I'd like to tell you guys about the worst hookup of 2024 that I've had thus far, and that means way up to January. I was lying down in a room I booked at the Liza Lodge, a quick place I managed to check in for a day stay. It operates a bit like a Sogo, but as a parking garage motel. I went there to unpack and unwind after a distressing holiday. And instead of self-reflection though, I got horny. I shot up Grindr and browsed around. Not a lot to browse with a free account, but it worked out at that moment. And I wasn't gonna be picky. Biggest mistake of my life though, by the way. Biggest mistake. Someone was nearby, staying at the dorm at Canlaon Tower. We'll call him Luis. Luis was a cute guy. We traded pics, talked a bit. For some reason, he asked about my job. I told him I'm just a pencil pusher in Makati, which is true. But when I tossed the question back to him, he said he didn't have a job. He asked me if the direction of the conversation was an interview, and I shot back he was the one who went into the job market discussion. So I invited him to my room, and as I was blowing him, he refused to kiss me. And then he told me to wash up, which was fine. I did it while keeping an eye on him, douched and everything. This is like the second run of cleaning though. I prepped beforehand, and it was like, could you douche in the shit? And I was like, okay. Look, the questioning just gave me bad vibes. I was only feeling like side fun because I wasn't too in my head at the moment. Plus, this man was giving off bad vibes, red flags, everything. I was getting the bad juju. And then, while I'm laughing at, his guts, his dick and balls, he just said to me, pay me, I'll fuck you. That's the translation that I had to say. That's just me translating it, but it's that. Just a few simple words, but it was enough to piss me off. I just drew back and clarified I only wanted side fun because to hell with paying for this lazy motherfucker. Sitting on his ass, just asking me to blow him and lick his balls. Man hasn't touched me or kissed me or even let me neck him. Motherfucker was a lazy piece of shit. And he says he wants me to pay for his dick. Bitch, please, fuck off. You ain't that great. So I just gave him a blowjob till he came, helped him wash off the lube I used for frauding, and kicked his ass out. He beat me to blocking him on Grindr though. That slightly ticked me off, but I'm like, whatever. Louise, by the way, if you're seeing this, I would not pay for a lazy fuck like that. That was the most unromantic, pointless, subpar dick experience of my life. It was one of the most pathetic and abysmal hookups in the past year. I'll be sure to highlight you from my year in review because this is hard to top. And you barely topped. No control. You just laid back thinking I'd be happy with you? Bitch, I should ask you to pay for me. I did most of the work. I've had more fun with a flashlight and a dildo than you. I've had free sex from the steam rooms than you. You wouldn't even let me stimulate you from the ass. You're that lazy and you're that boring. And if you were straight, bitch, I don't pay for straight people that don't perform. Heck, being straight does not mean you're a premium. You're the laziest fucker I've ever met. I've been fucked by more active and entertaining straight people than you. I've had straight masseurs give me better happy endings than you. By the way, he never offered to help me come. He just asked. He was pretty bad. Most useless lay I've ever had. Thank God he isn't really selling his services because he would have such poor reviews he'd just quit anyhow. Do better. My God, I've never been this pissed off at a one-night stand before. It wasn't even night. It was probably from the fucking audacity of asking me to pay for whatever subpar dick he was gonna use to dick me. I was so sure he was just gonna make me ride it for him too. No motion on his part. I'm more inclined to just get a sex doll with a dildo. And that there ends my rant. And yes, I do have a fucking script for this because I've been planning to write this for a bit. I was just thinking, should I be nice about it? And then I tell myself, no. Do you know how much sex I've had that I would know a lazy motherfucker once I get the feel for them? Honestly, can't believe my eyes and ears. And any experimenting tops, please learn to reciprocate foreplay. That's the best advice I can give. Touch the partner. Don't treat them like a leper. And bottoms, adapt and adjust. Know your worth. And don't pay for a lazy motherfucker. You're better off watching porn. I don't want to end on a sour note, so let me describe a bit of the best bang for buck I've had. Even if no kissing was involved. It involves a masseur I know who loves tickling. This was a masseur who took pleasures in giving a little bit of extra, so I always tip generously. But even before our arrangement, my first session with him involved playing with foreplay to the max. He found my one of many weaknesses, tickling my skin with his stubble. He used that to the max, so I was left gasping and begging until he forced me to shoot it out with well-oiled hands. He didn't even, get inside. Freaky, I know. In return, I massaged his cock and below. See, it's possible to have satisfying mutual sex without kissing. I'm mostly mad because the guy, Lewis, was so fucking lazy. While my regular masseur practically treats me like, a proper partner. His little whore. This other guy, Mr. Lazy, Mr. Lewis Lazy, Mr. Lazy Lewis, just lay back with nothing. Nothing.
I don't want to end on a sour note though. I want to go on a high note. So let me describe one of the best experiences I've had thus far. You see, I'm a practitioner. Well, I am not a connoisseur. I'm not a connoisseur. I'm a customer. Plainly put, I am a customer of special services. And by special services, I mean, certain solicitations. You see, I frequent bathhouses, the gay mecca of socializing. And those bathhouses come with spas, and the spas come with masseurs. These masseurs offer a little bit extra for a little bit of moolah per se. The difference between that and the asshole in this first story is that you agree to terms before the act. You don't sneak in extra additives just for the experience. Absolutely not. No. That what the asshole did at the first story, let's just say that is disrespectful. Fucking don't do that. Second of all, only some people don't charge exorbitantly, and let me tell you, you're not worth a premium just because you're straight. The fuck you on? I've met more feminine guys who fuck me dirtier than you guys. You guys can't do shit. You're too afraid to kiss. That's what I'm after. I'm not paying premium just to, what? A rub out. Just a tiny little rub out. Peter, are you with me? Peter, you're just gonna Peter Dinklage just a tiny little bit and then call it 5,000 pesos? Go fuck yourself. Right, where was I? Yeah, so there's this one guy, really good masseur. When I tried his sensual massage style, Lord, I was begging. I was screaming and crying and begging. You know why? Because he found all my weak spots, and turns out I'm really ticklish. Pretty fucking ticklish. This guy went after it, and you know what else? He's a sadist. He fucking nibbles, bites, and tickles, even as I beg him to stop. And it was so much, he was overwhelming. And when he grabs you from behind and leans down and licks and kisses your ear until he fucking tongue fucks you in the ear, and you're begging, and you're sensory overloaded, you come hands free. I shot hands free, Miriam. I shot hands free. This man was good. He was touching, kissing everywhere. He knew how to satisfy a customer. He knew how to service. He knew how to customer service. Fucking hell. He even talks and mingles. He knows what the fuck to do. The amateur in the first story doesn't know shit, can't know shit, won't get shit. Sorry. Am I being petty? I suppose I am. But let me make it clear. This guy, my masseur was so good. I got his number and I became his regular outside. So he gets full, whenever I book him personally, privately, outside of the spa, I book a hotel room, just a cheap one. And I don't know if the plane was hurt, but if it is, I really do apologize. I'm recording at night. But, if I record, we meet up in the hotel room and he goes to town on me and I can scream as loud as I can. My God, some of the hotel staff know my name now. It's been that regular. I'm sorry. Anyways, point is, this man knew how to make me scream, knew how to make me beg, knew how to make me cry, and he learned it. You know why? Because he treated me so good the first time, I became a repeat customer. And sometimes that's all you need. What's this got to do with the other guy? This is a complete contrast and shows you what should be expected. Also, please, tops. If you're gonna charge somebody, make sure they know at the start. Don't fucking disrespect them, you pieces of shit. Bottoms, you assholes, you dumbasses. Please, self-respect. Show some respect for yourself and say no when an asshole tries to step on your boundaries. Are we good? Are we good? Good. Don't be afraid to make noise, everybody. Don't be afraid to make noise unless it really fucks you over, you know? That kind of thing. Look, I'm not saying I don't know what this guy's after. I'm more saying that the moment at the guy at the first story, not my masseur. My masseur, by the way, let's just call him Dare. Dare is a very accommodating guy, very patient, by the way, and he's very inquisitive with his touch. But instead, let's go back to Louise. Louise, my dear, you have cemented your spot in my head as the worst piece of shit I've ever met. I am still pissed. I don't know. I am just really pissed at people like that. People like Louise who just try to make a quick buck in the middle of de-stressing. I'm sorry. That's not how you build a business relationship either. Even business side. Show some fucking class. Show some tact. Show some style. You had nothing. You were just sitting back, doing nothing, and expected me to do all the work. No. Miriam, no. If you're gonna be a lazy fuck and just a dildo, I had a better time with the dildo. I had a dildo packed up. You were nothing. At any rate, well, you were a disappointment, Louise. You were a disappointment. And I shall forever remember this as a warning to myself and to my fellow people grinding, you know? Anyways, I'd just like to thank you guys for dropping in to check out this little bit of a podcast that I'm starting up. I'm actually not sure if podcast is the right word for it or radio show or whatnot, but I will make this available on podcasting platforms in as many as I can. I'll be hosting it myself. Name's pending though, but enjoying some bathtub beatitudes might be good for us. Bathhouse beatitudes, maybe. I don't know. Name's pending. Don't worry about it. As of this writing, at least. As always, California Macky here. If this little story brings you joy, mirth, merriment, distraction, or whatever the fuck this does for you, please consider supporting us over at patreon.com/TheCaliMack. That's TheCaliMack. Patreon.com/TheCaliMack. The person paying is paying for the others to listen and watch for free. So you guys are, giving to those who might have a bit of trouble. I'll try to make this as widespread as possible. I'll try to release episodes early for Patreons because I need to get into a proper program, proper routine, I mean. And I'd like this to be something we can do on the regular. It's a little lighter on the heart, on the edits, and I can have a big heart-to-heart with all of you. It's kind of intimate. I mean, my topics are extra intimate, but Anyways, it's a pleasure, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao for now, and I hope you have a good night. And thanks again for your love and support. Peace out. And dicks out, maybe. I don't, I'm trying to come up with the tagline. Ah, bye!